White show.
Wait for no man that ain't got time to shake your hand. Get that Snapchat, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Guys, can we just take a moment to realize that there is another Digimon game out in America? I am just like so excited that this thing is even here because as growing up as a kid, I always favored Digimon over Pokemon. I enjoy the Pokemon games, but Digimon was just way cooler. Let's face it, they had the cooler monsters, they had the better story, and they actually cared about the design after the first 150. So, come on. So this new Digimon story is basically on two systems. It's on the Vita and the PS4. And the story is very different than what I expected. You play as a detective kind of, going around doing missions or solving cases for people. And it's all in the digital world, but also the real world. So it's something new. So we're going to get into why that's good or bad in a second. But my main thing here is this game is a Digimon fan's love. That's what it is. It's for us. It's for the Digimon fans. So let's get to it. Let's go into the review.
Wait for no man that ain't got time to shake your hand. Get that Snapchat, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
As I was talking about before, the story here is a lot more mature than I ever expected, and it's very different than the previous titles. Digimon World 1, 2, and 3, those are the ones I count because Digimon 4 is a gigantic piece of garbage that shit out of the fucking asshole of a donkey. These three were games that I enjoyed, despite flaws. However, I will say easily this game is more mature in the themes that they're going for. So you play as either a woman or a man, and then when you become whoever you want to be, you become a detective. I'm not going to get into spoilers of why that happens, but it's really cool to see that the real world is interacting with the digital world. You didn't really get that in the other games too much, so I really love that here. Also, something I really loved is there's a ton of Digimon to collect. I think there's around 240 or maybe even more. But what's really cool is that, of course, unlike Pokemon, Digimon have different evolution paths. So if you pick Gilmon, it doesn't mean you're just going to evolve to his next form. No, you are going to get to choose based on stats and based on loving them, which is weird but awesome, and all these other cool things that make the feature of actually raising a Digimon the way you want to. And you can always de-evolutionize and then come back to Digivolve into something different or better. So I really do love the fact there are so many Digimon to collect, and they all have their own unique skill. Well, most of them. But I love it. I love to see them do their magic attacks or super awesome attacks from the show and the manga. So that's so cool. Another thing is the gameplay. It's a turn-based game. You pick your attack and you do it. That's what it is. But what's really cool about this game is the fact that there's different types of Digimon. There's Data, Vaccine, and then of course they all have their own elements like dark, light, fire, plant, so on. So of course that all adds into the factor when you're facing someone. What is really cool is the bosses are pretty challenging in this game, even on normal sometimes. When you play on hard, they're definitely going to make you think, and you have to kind of make your team up to beat whatever the forces you are against. So you can't just click X over and over again against these big bosses. Another thing is really cool is the Digimon atmosphere and general design just never looks so good. I love going through the digital world, and I also like the real world. It reminds me very much of Persona-S, and also the Digimon just look really cool. They look so goddamn cool because we didn't get a game for a long time with the Digimon fully 3D like this again, and now that it's on the PS4, and even though it's a port from the PSP, it looks phenomenal, especially when they do their attacks. So I really do love that. And the last major good thing I really like about this game, and I'm sorry I'm just trying to put everything condensed in a room, so if I'm going too fast you can always ask questions below, but the Digimon farm is a very fun feature, and it makes raising your Digimon not as tedious as they could be. So basically you have this farm and the Digimon just run around. You can either train them, you can, well, they're automatically going to level up, but you can train them stat wise, you can make them discover missions for you, which is very cool, or you can make them kind of expand the digital farms to make it bigger, better. And you can feed them, so that's always cool. That's how you increase their love for you. And you could also text them. It's crazy. There's so much shit in this game. I can't even cover it all. But the fact is that they do give you extra features that you can do while you're actually playing the main game. I love that. So let's get to the bad. It's very easy in the start. I mean, super, super easy. And I recommend playing it on normal, actually, in the start. And you're saying, what? That doesn't make sense. But it does. Play it on normal. Get your first champion. Switch over to hard. They're going to give you a challenge. And then you don't have to worry about dying, because you might get discouraged. Because in the beginning, you only have one Digimon. It's very easy to die very quickly. However, it is very easy. So about the first 2 to 5 hours, I was flying through this no problem. And then when I got to about hours 7 to 10 doing the side missions, some of them were really challenging, making me actually die a few times and having to restart or set it back to normal when I was having too much trouble. But the beginning is very easy, and it might be a turnoff for a lot of RPG veterans. Another thing is it's only sub, so this might hurt dub lovers. Me, I love the sub because I don't care. I watch Japanese anime, I watch American anime. Do I wish it was in English? Yes, I hope future titles are, only because I would like to put on the story while I don't have to, you know, look at the text all the time. On the feature of that is the reason I want that is because sometimes the scenes aren't as interesting as I hope for. The story is overall pretty interesting, but there's moments or side missions that aren't, and there's no skipping feature for the cutscene, which is always a big no-no for me, so definitely got to put that on there. And the last but not least thing, this feels like a port. So this is for all you people who want to know, is the Vita version worth getting or the PS4 version? Well, guess what? My friend got the Vita version, I got the PS4 version. We got to mix match and play a little bit of each, and I have to say that the Vita version is very fun because it's on the go. You can take it anywhere. That's awesome. But the thing I didn't like is that the fact that the PS4 does look better. It's a lot less loading time, or there are the same loading, but the PS4 is faster, and also the resolution is better. So, if you want to get the Vita version, if you don't have PS4, it works fine and runs fine. It still looks great, but I'm recommending the PS4 version unless you want to save some money.
Waits for no man and ain't got time to shake your head. Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
Listen, I could talk about this game for the next 3 hours, and you'll probably be like, shut the fuck up, Whitey, but no, I love this game. There are problems with the game. I mentioned them just previously from this, and you're like, huh, well, I don't know, I never played Digimon. If you never played Digimon, my recommendation, maybe you should hold back, maybe you should settle a little bit and rent it, see if you like it. This is for Digimon fans, so I'm going to give it 2 scores at the end. One for the fans, one for non-fans. But let me tell you a little story real fast before we go. Digimon is pretty special to me, and I am just so glad that we finally got a respectable game again in our goddamn systems. So, this is better than most of the Digimon games I played. Cyber Sleuth, or Cyber Sloth, sorry if I'm saying it right, is one of those games I really enjoy playing, and I am still going to play it. So, I'm going to give Digimon Story, Cyber Sloth, God, I wish it was in English so I can say that right, an 8.5 out of 10 for Digimon fans. It has a lot of what you love, and a lot of the things that you see that you don't love, you can get past playing this game as a fan. If you don't like Digimon and you've never really liked it, I'm going to give this about 7. It's still a respectable RPG. It's still fun, though easy at times, but there's still a lot of stuff to collect. There's a lot of stuff to raise. There's a lot of stuff to fight, and it has a pretty good atmosphere and story. So, it's still going to get a 7 out of 10 for non-fans. But for fans like me who love Digimon since they're a kid, this is an easy 8 or 8.5. I'm going to go with 8.5 personal enjoyment. I'm really digging it. So, hope you enjoyed. Any questions, ask below. If you like my video, hit the like button because I love you guys. When you do that, it makes me happy. And then, of course, share this video. And last but not least, subscribe. Everybody, have a wonderful day. See you on Digimon. And if you want to fight me, I will fight you. I will kill you. I will beat you in this game. Maybe not yet. I'm still training. Don't hurt me.
Digimon! Wow! お花畑今の前奏いやその前のチューニング